Are you a package author or someone doing a lot of customizations in the back office and as well interested in making sure that your UI feels and looks native to the Umbraco back office? Then follow along in this video, because in version 18 of Umbraco we are bringing a version 2 of the Umbraco UI library, and that means there's a slight update in the look and feel of the UI. So right here you see the Umbraco Backoffice version 18 that's using the UI library version 2. And at first glance it doesn't look much different, and if your code is written using the CSS custom properties of the Umbraco UI library, then your code doesn't have to change either. Because the things that has been changed are values of custom properties that already existed before version 2 of the UI library. But for you to spot where you're using the CSS, the custom CSS properties, and where you might be using hard-coded values, I would like to take you through a tour in the back office to spot how things are supposed to look, and then you can use this to make sure that your package looks and feels native to the Umbraco back office. So at first, right here on the primary screen with the news dashboard, as we call it, you will see the new look and feel, and you would also have seen that already in version 17, because the news dashboard already got an update in version 17. What we're doing is we're adding more round corners and adding more vibrant colors. So this is what the changes is all about. Let's look at a document to see how this affects a document workspace. So right here you should see the primary buttons on the workspace have gotten rounded corners, and as well our boxes have gotten rounded corners and no longer has a shadow. We don't want to add shadows to things that are on the same plane. So shadows are for things that are opening up on top. So for example, if we look at the entity actions menu here, you will see there's a slight shadow on this one because it's opening up on top. It's a new layer going on top. But the boxes here inside the workspace are not on top. They are a layer inside the workspace. So there we wanted to become more clear on where we're using shadows. As you also will notice, the round corners have been applied to almost anything. The actions here the round corners, the input fields, and as well this ref item, which is what we call it when we are referencing other things. We can also have a look at the info screen, where there's a few more boxes, and the change with the round corners have a bit more of a visual difference compared to earlier. If you are using the web components of the UI library, this has no effect on your code. Your UI will be adapted automatically. This is only relevant if you're building your own web components or writing CSS of your own and eventually have hard-coded values. So if you're using the pagination component, it will look like this. If you're using table components, they will now look like this, and they will automatically have been updated to follow this new look and feel. So be aware about if you have hard-coded round corners. Be aware about if you have hard-coded colors. Notice the pink color is slightly more bright now. The red color is a bit more vibrant. And as well, the blue button and the blue color in general have gotten this more bright blue. But all in all, it's good for your package to be using these CSS color variables anyway. It's what will make your customizations work in dark mode or high contrast mode anyway. The goal is to make sure that the UI is subtle and standing back for the content or the configuration that the user is putting into the system. So it's fully on purpose that we are hiding a lot of local actions and first showing them once there's focus or that the user is hovering. As well, this is a link we're first emphasizing that it's interactive once the user hovers. Again, the whole box as well gains extra attention. It gets a slightly different tint when the mouse is hovering. At the end of the day, this gives a bright, very light UI that enables the user's eyes to focus on the important things, which is the data that they put in. Let's jump over to look at an example that is not completely up to date with the new approach on UI in the back office. Here we have something slightly similar, but the box holding each of these entities is gray. And it's especially bad when we look at the icon picker down here. The user might interpret the gray color as if it was disabled. And as well, it becomes more heavy to look at, and the content does not stand that clearly in front. As well, the actions are not hiding when the cursor is off, meaning that there's more noise on the screen, more elements for the user's eye to be disturbed by. So I hope this helped you understand what's happening to the UI. It is subtle and potentially has no effect. You don't need to do anything if you don't care. But if you are interested in making sure that your UI feels native to Umbraco, then make sure to use the custom CSS properties. And then I hope that you like the new look and have a great experience adjusting it. If you are a pro user of Umbraco, a developer in Umbraco, you might as well enjoy the next video that I have lined up here for you, because that is all about finding icons and finding property editors, which we have improved slightly with a better search algorithm. Thanks for watching, and if you like more of this content, then please subscribe. Bye.